All right, here we are. Having technical difficulties, but this time for a different reason. My button box
Okay, welcome everyone
stopped
to the
working.
final race of this year's World Championship. Today, Suzuka, 53 laps. There is nothing special I want to announce today, so the usual stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, just want to remind you to race cleanly and don't do any stupid stuff, especially with the championship on the line. Don't want to see protests after the race or something like this. So yeah, just have a good, clean race and the faster may win.
Okay, well, I hope at least the stream is working correctly. So I have this old steering wheel from Logitech dismounted or like disassembled and remade into a button box, which is hidden back there. And sometimes it doesn't work, so FFB died. And I wanted to press FFB reset, which I often do. And nothing happened. And if that happens when the session goes to race, then I have an issue, so I had to remap. I need to remember it's there in case something happens. And I'm super scared that if that USB somehow fails, or if there's some software glitch with the USB, then it might just mess up the whole USB and assignment system. Anyway, I guess the stream is fine. Stream is fine. Brakes are cold. Pace is kind of there. This is probably the last Q practice lap before we move to Q session in 4 minutes. Well, maybe I get another chance. This car, when you lose it like on the exit curb, when you have opposite lock and then the rear dies, the FFB is so strong that I just prefer to let it go. To get a move on if I want to get that extra practice lap. Although the track conditions are quite hot again, like last time at Kota. So quali out laps are gonna be very slow. Hello Joao, welcome to Suzuka. I'm a bit nervous for some reason. Again, like I'm not even in the championship fight or anything. Like McGorgy and Yannick should be both very, very, very nervous. But I should be just chilled and happy that the last round is here, so that we can start thinking of the next races or next championships. But still, the gap's gonna be super close in quali. And Jake is already in the 27th. Yes, that's a blue flag. Nope. Ah, Alex, hello. Nice win. Congrats. Ah, this corner is so tricky. Can I get another outing? No, it's gonna be red. This engine takes ages. Okay, practice start. And a screenshot by mistake. Ah, anti-stall kicked in. Anyway. Moving to Q. The race clutch pace.
Spoon in 5th or in 4th?
4th.
Okay.
Good luck, Michi.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you.
I just can't get my stuff together, it's crazy.
My button box failed meanwhile, so need to remap FFB reset.
Yeah, not really an issue I want to have. We go for 2 or 3.
I'm gonna go very slow. Thank you, Salt, thank you, Tim. I will need some luck. But also, like, I hope that Yannick puts in a great lap. Like, I would just like to be a spectator of a great championship fight in the last round of the season between Bok and Magogi. Watching the battle from on track is even better than from the grandstand, right? So I hope the quali is gonna be tight between them. I'm very intrigued to see how good Magogi can be now with his with the nerves, because when you have 2 laps or 3 laps and the whole championship depends on those laps, it's quite easy to make small misjudgments and errors and so on. Yeah, starting with practice session inside 27th for Jake is, well, a good start. I need to check their top speeds. I took the same wings as last year, so mid downforce, but I think several teams would have opted for lower downforce. It's weird to have the last round at Suzuka. It has been at Interlagos for many years in FSR. Let's drag the brakes a bit. Thank you, Joao. Yeah, I will need some luck here if I want to start on the front row. Let's see how it goes. Where is my traction? Ah, yeah. Slightly off what I wanted, but I can improve. 0.3 is quite alright, to be honest. Happy with such a banker lap. Yeah, this one needs to be a bit slower. On the outlap, I mean. Yeah, this tire wearing quali is a classic RF2. Like, they have made fantastic job at making the tires behave very much like in real life in the long run. Like, you need to drive them very close to what we have in F1 in real life, but in quali it's still the good old RF2 story. Just turn in like crazy, go way too early on throttle, downshift aggressively into low speed corners so you can get a little bit of a rear slip and everything like that, but oh well. It's one of the best cars in sim racing, like most realistic, I think. Not sure if best, because the rear can feel like it's got balance issues. But overall, it's been a nice season. Sage the laps are so slow because the track temp is very high, and if you're going 180 or 250, let's say, on the straights versus 80 or 70, the tires will both like hit up, and the pressures will rise quite a lot, and you want all of that as slow as possible. And they've tried to fix that by kind of reducing that first grip multiplier, because like there is a list of grip multipliers for the wear on the tires, and the first one is decreased a lot, so at the start tires do feel a bit more slippy and so on, but they have not done it well enough from last year, because last year we were doing a lot of these slow outlaps, but this year it's been mostly the case on the hotter tracks. Good evening, Marvin. I did not drive the Lambo in this current running week. No, I don't do any warm-up. So turn 1 is going to be slightly worse than it would be if I was doing faster outlap, but the tire temperature build-up is just so quick because we are abusing the tires like crazy that at some point the lower temps just prevail, so it's better to be colder. But I think the pole position guy currently is doing 3 runs instead of 2, so he's maybe proving me wrong, or he just has a crazy quali setup and crazy pace. But for me, like, I tested three runs versus so 3 runs with faster outlaps versus 2 runs on slower outlaps, and I felt like it's worth sacrificing one attempt. Yeah, thank you guys. Let's not forget to hit up the brakes. Alright, Joe. Enjoy the streaming. Anyway, here we go. The last attempt in quali of the season. Still P5. Ay, 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 ay. That big snap. Dinahan with 27.7. I'm out of here. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I don't know what they are cooking there, but that's absolutely insane. Yannick P8, Owen P3. I lost the second row. In turn 1, I went a bit wide. And then also here. It's just a bit too early. That's not the best line. Michin P9, that's okay. If the session doesn't go, and it's going. Wait, no. I can still check. Why can I not check the... This is already the finish of the lap. He's been doing pit limiter outlap as well. So we have 314 and I'm doing 310. So Jake is on 4 rear wing, I'm on 5. No, but that was just all in all like crazy good lap. I could have been 0.4, but 0.3 would be like, if I did a PB, it would be 0.3. Time for setup clicks.
I wonder how much I want to underfuel.
Good question. It doesn't really matter that much in RF2, right?
Not as much as tire temperature and tire pressure.
Don't particularly know what to do with the strategy, to be honest. Would be fun to try something slightly crazy. Well, Victor, it better be that way, because if that lap was not like the best lap in the history of his life, then I'm scared for my contract. Ah, battery is full. Similar effect of full battery as in the LMDH cars in LMU. Marvin, what is the grip ratio like here? I don't know what exactly I should say about it. Like, it's just I don't have any special answer for that. Grip is fine. Like, you can push quite a lot, but in RF2 it's all about the real road presets, or like how quick the real road then evolves from that. And in FSR there is always like a good preset across the whole racetrack to promote more racing side by side. Alex, I can yeah, you can see the percent of battery for yourself, like you cannot for other cars. And well, I'm hiding it behind the duck because it's kind of important information, and if engineers from other teams watched my stream, they could snipe it. Wrong bottle of water. Need to empty the smaller one first. Alright, which position am I aiming for the race? Well, I want to win, but issue is that I don't really have much business here in FSR. Like, I just, like, I invested some hours, let's say, Maybe I did 2 quali sessions and 2 test races and so on, but not much beyond that. While race clutch guys are fighting for the championship. Like Owen is 5 points ahead of Yannick, so they have probably done crazy amount of prep. Also, the whole season for me was not that much about trying to win everything at any cost, but it was more to get good experience in streaming and to learn how to handle the high stress situations of, well, actually this is top tier open wheeler racing in RF2, so it's not easy to be competitive and stream at the same time. But I'm at Rafa Racing Club to do both content and good racing, so I took my chance to get better at it. Show setup, no. What if it's used next year as well? But then again, I'm half a second off pole position, so you're asking the wrong guy for the setup. Maybe I'm outperforming the car, you know. Maybe I should be 8/10 off. Well, Manuel, yeah, let's hope all is clean today. Pit stops, it's mostly 2-stopper. 1-stopper is impossible. So for 53 laps, like hards can do 20, you can stretch them beyond 20 as well, but it's gonna be slow. Mediums can go, I don't know, 15, 16. Softs die quite quickly after 10, maybe 12 is doable, or 13 in the end. So 2-stopper for sure, but 3-stopper could be useful in some circumstances, but I don't think anybody's gonna really try 3-stopper. Maybe that would be a good strat if I completely messed up qualifying and I just then wanted to progress through the grid and have alternate strategy. But let's see, it can be medium hard hard, it can be medium medium hard, it can be medium hard soft. It all depends on what happens in the race. There is no safety cars. So yeah, let's have a nice one. The special feeling to be standing at the starting lights for the last time of the season. Oh, poor George. This connection.
Good luck.
Good luck. Well, this is taking quite long. I wonder if that guy leaving the server messed up the start
Takes
sequence.
awfully long.
Yeah, maybe Zalogian is messed up the sequence and now it's never gonna go start.
Perhaps.
Well, this is a bit weird. Just as I said, it's a special feeling to stand right in front of the lights that are about to go
We
turn
will
on.
restart the race. There's some issue, probably because someone disconnected before entering the grid. Sorry for that.
RIP.
Very rip indeed.
Is Park Ferme still working? Don't leak the setup, but just asking.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I guess if the server is restarted, then there is the issue. But
Yeah, exactly.
well, Victor, I don't know, like on some other tracks this season we had more issues in the servers when doing test starts. We had no issues at Suzuka for now. But well, we didn't have anybody disconnecting, so that curb out of Spoon Corner is painful. You either have 2 wheels on the asphalt and 2 on the curb, or 2 on the runoff and 2 on the curb. You cannot go midway. No, Ferrari sports quite far back this time. Peter did quite a good lap. Forgot who he's substituting. I guess he just wanted to race, so he said yes to an offer. Yeah, he did substitution for Jake, I think, for 1 or 2 races. I'm fearing that Jarl will absolutely dive bomb me in the first lap. I will need to be very clever. And the tire management is very, very important. It's so easy to overpush the tires.
Let's hope no one disconnects this time.
Yes. Well, lucky Zelogianis, the guy who disconnected. Lucky bug for him, so that he could rejoin. That curb is ultra deadly. And this one here as well, like if I do this, and put the left side tires on that middle part of the green stuff, the car just starts bottoming and it's so easy to lose the rear. Alex, good question. I think at the start I'll just try to take it easy and preserve my position. Well, of course, if I can overtake the VEM or whatever it's pronounced, Aston Martin esports driver Biancolila ahead, and get him, it's gonna be good. Not sure about the tire compound because it can update during the formation lap, but I think everybody's on mediums ahead. Michi, do you see anybody on hards?
Brajok in 10th and Kalash in 17th.
Copy.
Dennis in 12th. I'm not sure if it's still updating or what's going on. Probably need to ask me mid-race again.
It's alright. Thank you, Pete. And Peter, medium, hard, medium, maybe. I'm not convinced about mediums. Like, they are good, but hards are so good. But just a little bit too slow, so I don't really know about the balance between them. Let's see if I can, if the strategy allows me to extend the hards at some point. Anyway, let's hope the starting sequence works this time. It's gonna be around the outside of Biancolila into turn 1. Not looking forward.
Well, let's try then. Good luck.
Thank you, good luck. Jake led him through into the lead immediately. Now Jake is gonna go super slow and let Owen basically win the championship in lap 1. I mean, perfect strategy, right? We're like a second and a half of pace here. Well, let's see how fast this lap is gonna be. Well, the first lap was a bit slower on paper because of the start, of course. Jake is increasing the pace a bit. Need to stay in touch. Yeah, Owen is doing 25 season already. And the race is quite late here. Zalugian is left anyway, despite the restart being just for him. Ryan is trying to go for it. Cannot let him pass. having slightly too many little rear snaps or slides. Need to minimize that.
Interesting strategies at the front.
Yeah, it's basically over for the championship.
Mm.
Jake is super slow through the spoon curve for some reason. He pulls away in sector 1, but here I always close in. They are wiggling their rears a little bit in their wars with the tire wear. I hope the standings is somewhat visible, although it's probably half hidden. Was not ideal. But I survived. Lost the DRS for now, but the guy behind is too far. It's visible copy. Someone is already boxing, I see. I should start thinking of my pit gap as well. I could just box next lap, get out of this train, then somehow defend later on, but I think at this point this is a suicide. But getting undercut by 3 cars is even worse. But people will start blinking and boxing. Somebody bits. I think it was being Kolila. Now Jake needs to full push. One more blinks. Could have stayed a lap longer, but probably better to box. Just about. Good call. Jake got Manuel. And that's Owen right ahead. Owen is quite close. He lost some time. Now we're going for the choo-choo again, or what? I think Owen just pushed like crazy in the first stint and then lost the tire performance. But you guys can check the official FSR broadcast for more detailed standings. The most annoying thing now is that Manuel is on older tires and I would be able to overtake him maybe, but now Manuel has the DRS. Owen was in 35's copy. That's quite slow. Yeah, Bincolila is kind of pushing, I think. Looks quite on the limit. I don't know how they have so much traction that they can just go to the inside there. Well, the DRS zone is a bit silly indeed. It's difficult to make overtaking easier without making the race even more about the trains. But at the moment we're not really having a DRS train, this is just Dinehan train. Keeping the whole grid together, apart from his teammate. Although probably we are not going that slow at the moment. Couple of tenths of pace maybe. Inner Rubens or Inner Magnusson. Not sure what tire is Owen on. Maybe Owen is on mediums and is just pushing hard to pull away. Close enough for a move. Well, indeed, Victor, I have had incidents with both of them multiple times, so not the final laps yet, right? But it's just so silly that the whole grid is like in one pack. Understeer. Not sure if that was dirty air or just hard tires complaining. No chance. Where do they get that traction? Cannot understand. Lateral, okay. Fair point. Could be. They are just abusing the rear left tire a bit more. I just hope I'm depleting his battery more than my own. I misplayed that. Let's go! Now let's pull away with Jake. Yeah, Jake worked with Biancolila. Luckily I was fast enough. And we are pulling away from P4 a little bit. Hopefully we can shake him off. Yankolila boxes. Okay. Tough luck. Have to box now. And I hope I can stay right behind Jake.
Are you in early?
Yep. Beautiful. I saw Binkolila being stuck behind Kalash and thought that's my chance. Let's hope we hit the traffic in a good way. Okay, he boxes, and I have the DRS. Almost died on the curb, but no big moment, so good. Biancolila is really burning hard the tires or the battery to stay in the DRS. I wonder what Tyan is doing in P1. He started on mediums, but he's still out. Probably going for the medium, hard medium. Well, I need the tow, so... trying to break away, dumping the battery. Hello, La Honda. Going quite... I don't know. Is it going well or not? Jake woke up and is making crazy lap times now. Not sure if I can keep that pace with him, but I have to try. Where are they all pulling this pace from now? This is insane. Okay, this lap was better on my side. Maybe Jake just overcooked the tires to pull away. And Grankist behind is also gaining. All tires should kind of survive, so let's hope Jake's tires die before mine. Kulila behind is having to do 21 laps, so he will struggle more. So well, La Honda, quick overview of the race. We are on the same strategy as P2, pushing the hard tires to the end. It's gonna be marginal. P1 has basically won because he's teammate of P2. And the strategy they have produced was without a single problem. So P1 just drove away. They have to push like crazy now. Although the gap is shrinking, so that's good. And at some point the guys on different strategy will come from behind. Maybe eat us alive. Oi oi. but it's gonna be 9 more laps and I'm back in kind of slipstream. Not sure what's going on with Jake. Walk is already in the slipstream. Seven to go. I wish I could see Jake's tires. He uses his rear tires a lot. Bok is not able to overtake P5, so I see a huge train behind. There is a lot of people on new tires in that. So I need to battle cautiously, not to allow them to overtake. Yes, more LMU incoming. Maybe a bit of holidays. Two laps to go. Jake, you know we cannot do that. Guys, have a look at last year's Suzuka season. Suzuka race. Well, maybe I turned him on him a bit more now, but still, we're side by side. He has to leave the space more than in real life because of the rules. But this year he has more better than last year, I think. And it's over. What a weird season this was. Yeah, I should have been able to battle. I mean, I was able to battle for the championship, despite, well, maybe worse qualifying pace than race clutch, but I think there were 3 races during the season where an incident or a misfortune took me out of the effective lead. Well, where is
Nice job.
Owen? Thank you, Michi. We repeated last year's finals with Dinahan, just that this time I had worse tires.
That's fine. I got killed by Tyan. Sad story, but like it wouldn't have been better than P8. Just at the same time, just 8 seconds behind you with losing 5 or 6 from a spin.
Well, guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the race, even though it was a bit of a Jake train for some time. But I mean, understandably so when he's battling with Owen, or like he's battling for Owen against Yannick, which in the end finished P7. Oof. Well, I didn't practice those 360s, so I'm gonna let Race Clutch practice them or execute them. But well, we have a new champion, Mr. Magogi. Who would have expected? Oh, and they are asking me to go into... no. We'll grab an interview copy. This was so difficult. Yeah, I probably didn't respond to the chat as much I should have. I'm gonna check the replay. It was all clean with Jake. Yep, but this year I have to let them go for it. But let's see next season. Yeah, like FSR. I mean, chat is chat, right? No chat, no race. Or like, if I try to be a streamer, then I need to talk to you guys. But I think I'm getting better at it, or at least less bad at it. But yeah, this has been a special season. Like in LMU, it's not such a big deal to maybe look away for a bit longer, but this was like proper esports treatment. So let's see. This is already the final lap. He already bonks off me here. But okay, nothing happens, so not really an incident. He's not leaving me the space, right? That curb is like deadly. Everybody who raced there or watched some broadcasts will know that you cannot use it. And he's not leaving me the sporting enough of space. And in the rulebook it says 1 car width plus a little bit extra for lag or margin of error and so on. So I turn in, we are side by side, I'm even almost ahead. And then he just rams me off, pushes me wide. And despite by the rules still being alongside, he does what one can do in real life, but in FSR you cannot do this. You have to leave space because we have been side by side through here. So here he needs to be leaving space, but he's not leaving the space. Now the question is, am I dark side enough to file a protest? Maybe I should let the chat to decide, but I mean, it's not really your job to judge it. But he's done this for 2nd year in a row. Exactly the same thing in the last lap. Exactly the same thing. So maybe I'm fed up enough at this point. The protest will give me P2, and I will waste several people's time, and I will get maybe 10 more euros of prize pool. So no, it's not worth it at all. It changes nothing. And Jake will do it again next year anyway, so it's all about if I'm enough turned to dark side. They have still not pulled me into the interviews. Wait, I'm dehydrated. Such a beautiful teamwork from Race Clutch, like the textbook stuff. Like cannot be easier for Owen after this. Jake did a solid job, but it was an overkill. Like he slowed us down so much that it's like it was not necessary. It was already over at this point. Could have been just like 2 seconds gap, not 17 in the end. I want to check that overtake on Biancolila, because that one was, I'm really proud of that one. I set it up so nicely. I thought it was wrong what I did, but can I do? No, not. Button box is disconnected. Try to change the FOV. So here I dumped the battery in hope of messing him up, and this was a mistake at this point. I mean, I don't know, there is a bit of dirty air, so maybe I should have just dived and then we would both go into the barrier. But I should have gone behind him, because here I lost a lot by this shallow line. But still I was close enough to dump the battery again. Let him mess up the apex a bit, although he didn't. I just had a better exit. A bit side by side. No, side by side. A bit sideways. And then Jake stays on the right to give him the toe. This is how the battle with Jake should have gone in the end. This is how to give sporting amount of space. I was moved, okay. Well, I'm gonna stay live until I finish the interview. I'm even further ahead than I was to Biancolila. And Jake just carries too much speed into there and bumps me off. That could have easily been a big incident, like so lucky. In RF2, tires can sometimes get locked very badly, and this was Yeah, he bumped me with the tire. This was incredibly lucky that we didn't both go sideways and off track.
Drivers' Championship, and both of you for a successful race this evening. Thanks so much to both of you for coming to chat to us, and again, congratulations, Owen, on the title.
Thank you very much.
There you are, Owen McGorgy and Jake Denham from Race Clutch joining us there first of all, followed by Jone Simracing, who finishes third in the final race of 2024. Jone, this race was a tricky one, I'm sure, for you and many around you as well. Spent a lot of time looking at the back of other people in a long train. How would you describe that race overall?
Well, first of all, big congrats to Owen for solid job and for Race Clutch for perfectly executed strategy when they had P1, P2. They did the correct thing and made it easy for Owen. He was very consistent across the whole season either way, so really deserved from him to take the title away from me. So again, congrats to him. But this race, it's been frustrating. I think Jake overdid his Magnussen train a bit. We were so slow for some time, but I just could not make a move because we were in a train. I was not right behind him, and yeah, it was not easy.
Absolutely, and I'm sure it's not been an easy season for you overall as well. It's the first time you've been at a season since 2019 and not won the title, so it must be a bit of a disappointing one for you overall, but still 2 race wins involved within that and some good performances otherwise as well. How are you going to look back on 2024 in FSR?
Well, the main priority for me this year was streaming, so I still wanted to win the championship. I think I would be able to still fight it despite being occupied by the streaming as I'm trying to start that. But I think I have counted like 3 races during the season where I could or should have won, but got either like involved in an incident, like crashed off by some other car, or like in Silverstone when I was leading, and then I pressed the wrong button by mistake and blew up the engine. And also I think for Melbourne I was running for easy P3 and did a mistake, bumped Alex ahead when battling with Jake and so on. Like several races where I should have been P1 or on the podium and then therefore be able to fight for the championship. But things went wrong, so I'm only P5 I think now at the moment, so that's how it is. But overall it's been for sure a season of learning and also like learning how to let others win.
Absolutely. Well, I've got good news for you, by the way. You finished 4th, not 5th, so there you go.
Okay.
You gained a place. But,
not bad.
I said earlier on, I'm not sure you'll really care, but anyway, you've gained a place, so well done. But thanks very much for coming to chat to us, Jone, after another podium finish here in 2024. You're 4th for the season, of course. Thanks for being with us throughout 2024 in the World Championship. It's been great to have you again, and thanks for chatting to us.
Thank you guys for the broadcast.
Thanks very much. Jone Simracing there, 3rd place tonight in the Japanese Grand Prix.
Sound muted.
All right. Well, any last words? La Honda, do I have some color filters? No, I don't have. I think the camera is a bit, my dear camera is a bit weird because all the red colors turn into pink, and then like I think my hands are like as if I had some illness and got like very orangey hands. I don't know. Maybe I should use some filters, but I think the camera is trying its best to portray the monitor as good as it can, but it's struggling with some other colors. But well, I cannot complain for €300 camera. It's quite expensive, but still there are way more expensive cameras that maybe do the job better, but this is good enough. Well, Gasper, you are making me turn to the dark side. Maybe. Victor, it's gonna be easy. It's like, how is it worded? Like, what's the phrase? Slam dunk penalty for Jake. It's clear, like just plus 5 seconds. That's it. But it's not worth anybody's time, although, yeah, fairness is fairness. That's always the biggest problem. You don't know if you should work for better relations and make others improve because of respect, or make others improve because of the rules. Let's see. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me here for this 2-2 race with 1 or 2 great moves. I think the strategy was as good as it could have gotten. If I undercut more, Jake would have repassed me. He had, after all, half a second pace on me in quali, so... well, next time, LMU. Let's hope for a nice content or nice combinations for the upcoming LMU week. Have 1 beer remaining in the fridge, and that beer is gonna be perfectly in place today. And some blueberries, of course, for the antioxidants. Always need the recovery for the muscles. So thank you guys for watching again. Have a good night or a good evening or a good day. See you next time. Bye bye.